Song has been played at the beginning of Monday Night Football now for decades, but football fans will no longer hear Hank Williams Jr.'s classic song due to ESPN and comments that he made on Fox and Friends. It happened all on October the 3rd.
You remember the golf game they had, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Remember the golf game?
Boehner.
That was one of the biggest political mistakes ever.
Why?
That turned a lot of people off. You know, watching, it just didn't go over.
You mean when John Boehner played golf with President Obama?
Oh, yeah, and Biden and Kasich, yeah, uh-huh.
What did you not like about it? It seems to be a really pivotal moment for you.
Come on. It'd be like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu, okay?
Yeah, I don't understand that analogy, actually.
Well, it's...
Well, I'm glad
there.
you don't, brother, because a lot of people do.
Well,
you know, they're the enemy. They're the enemy.
Who's the enemy?
Obama and Biden. Are you kidding? The Three Stooges.
Yeah, I did. Now, the same day, ESPN pulled Hank Williams Jr.'s song from that night's broadcast of Monday Night Football. And late last week, ESPN announced that it was parting ways with the country music legend for good. The network issued a statement. It said, "We have decided to part ways with Hank Williams Jr. We appreciate his contributions over the past years. The success of Monday Night Football has always been about the games, and that will continue." Joining me now to react, the man himself, Hank Williams. You love being in the middle of controversy. You were born for this.
Well, maybe so, you know.
So I was watching you on The View this morning. It's a good group of people. I thought they were very nice to you.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Well, you know, I watched their reaction back on Tuesday, and they said, hey, it's an analogy.
You pulled out a dictionary today.
Because Sherry's going, analogy.
Yeah.
I said, okay, would you read the definition? You know, and Elizabeth, hey, why don't we invite a bunch of Yankees fans and Red Sox fans and have a nice love lunch together?
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
All right,
so that happens. I called my manager. I said, they did what? My daughter says, Daddy, do you know that they're not showing you tonight? Are you in trouble? I said, oh, well, if I am, then we all are.
What do you mean by that?
So the next day, I went fishing. And I called my manager, and I said,
I talked to you.
You can tell ESPN adios tonight.
All right, and then, now wait.
So the next day I'm fishing.
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, no.
All right, so here's the question I have. You said that because I talked to your publicist. He said you were pulling out, and then ESPN says they pulled out. So who pulled out first?
What I just told you, I called him that night, and I said, you can...
We're done.
Because let me tell you something, buddy. You've known me a long time.
Long time.
My daughter, now you've hurt my family. I was hot at 5 p.m. Daddy, I said, you can call them and you can tell them I'm out of here. Adios.
It was interesting when I read your statement. You talked about the First Amendment. You talked about freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Now, but you said, all right, yeah, I shouldn't have used the Hitler analogy. You weren't. What do you mean? But then today on The View, you said, yeah, I would use it again.
Sean,
I want you to explain it. The
whole thing was that golf game in the shape that this country was in and is in, and these four politicians are out there, you know, jiving and high-fiving. It was absurd, ridiculous, dumb political move.
And they're never going to get along. You pointed out something that is factually true.
It was a disaster.
Why did people interpret, because you even talked about 3 of them out there. I assume.
Yeah, I forgot about the 4th. There's 4.
Okay,
I'm sorry about that.
But I assumed you were talking about Boehner, Biden, and the president. So
Kasich.
Yeah, the governor of Ohio. So I assume what you were saying is that they're never going to get along. We all know they're not going to get along. The country's a mess. Explain what you're thinking here and that why we wasted.
Absolutely. It was absurd to be out there. You know, oh boy, it was ridiculous with what was going on. Not to mention, you know, they had won the fall elections.
Yeah.
Why are you playing golf? You know, I was up there, and you know this, I was up there in Ohio for John Kasich and Portland. I was outraged.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand this. And frankly, I'm glad that you said, I'm not apologizing. You know why? Because Everyone gets in the middle of a controversy, boy. No, it's true. And what's the first? I'm sorry. They're not sorry.
No.
They're just sorry that they said it, and you had the guts.
That is the truth.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, my fan, the emails. Let me tell you, I have been recording and touring for 5 decades. There has never been a more special time. The wonderful emails, and my fans, you are the only one that stands up, speaks his mind, and speaks for us and the way it really is.
But you know what? I love football. And
I do too.
But you know what? I'm going to miss your Open.
Well, stand by for 2012. It's a free country with lots of options and lots of choices.
So in other words, we may not have heard the last of Hank Williams Jr. On football.
We've been contacted today. The song is mine, Sean.
So
the song is mine. And the poll, let's talk about the poll. They had a poll. 50, who would you like to have do the Monday night? 53% me.
Well, you don't look as good as Faith Hill, but she does Sunday Night Football.
No. Well, that's another network. But there are other networks.
Yes, there are. Fox is one of them.
Yeah. And I have some real close friends in the football world on some of the. Oh, yeah, buddy.
All right, I got to run. First of all, you found songs in the garbage of your dad and your mom. You put them on CD and you put them in this really cool thing.
Mother's Best Flower shows. That's what it's about. Flour, like cooking. And they were in the garbage. They said, well, they're old acetate. This is such a treasure. They found one of Dad's from 1938. He's 15 years old.
Wow.
This icon, this complete master, the very first rockabilly of all, is in the charts again.
All right, we got to run. And I have one of your Monday Night Football guitars. How many are there?
I guess there's 20. And by the way, the 2 belt buckles that I have with all the Super Bowls, we're selling them and giving it to charity.
Good for you. I might buy it. All right, I want you to sign this. Hank Williams Jr., God bless you. You're a great American.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, appreciate it. Let not your heart be troubled.